Have you ever left a dance class feeling like everybody else is progressing and you're just stuck? In this video, we're going to talk about why that has nothing to do with talent, and I'm going to give you one mindset that could fundamentally change how you approach your dance. Stick around until the end of the video because I'll be giving you some tools that you can start trying today, not in 6 months.
Grow your dance step by step.
If you want to stay close to what we're building, Instagram and TikTok are the two best places to do that. This is the easiest way to make sure you never miss out on any of our videos. We share really regular updates and give you lots of tools to support your dance journey. So there's a reason why many people get frustrated in dance, and the reason is progression in dance is very visible. Everybody gets to see how quickly you are making progress, how quickly you are learning steps, how often you get asked to dance on the social dance floor, whether you record yourself or not, and sometimes this can lead to social comparison. Most dancers don't quit because they hate dancing. They quit because they start telling themselves a story about their own abilities. I'm going to share with you a mindset that has fundamentally changed the way in which I understand dance. But to do that, I first need to tell you some of the research behind it. So Carol Dweck, who is a very recognized Stanford professor, did a really interesting study with children. And what she did is she gave a group of children some puzzles to solve, and after they had solved the puzzles, she split those children into two. Group 1 received praise for their intelligence. So they were told things like, "Wow, you're so clever, you're so smart, well done." Group 2 also received praise, but the praise wasn't focused on their intelligence, it was focused on their effort. So they were told things like, "Hey, well done for working so hard. Great job." What's really interesting about this study is after the praise, both groups were given a choice. They could either do a more challenging puzzle to what they had done already, or they could do something easier. What do you think happened? Interestingly, Group 1, so the group who was praised for their intelligence, overwhelmingly chose the easier puzzle, whereas Group 2, the ones who were praised for their effort, chose to go more challenging. Why do you think that is? When you think about it, Group 1 received a label. You are so intelligent, you are so clever. So the kids who were in Group 1, when given the choice about going harder, decided, oof, I want to protect that label. So they viewed the possibility of failure as a threat. This is why they chose to stay in a comfort zone, to do something they knew that they could do. They were protecting the label. Contrary to that, Group 2, the ones who received praise for their effort, actually viewed the challenge as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity to learn. They weren't scared to fail. If you notice, a very small change in praise led to a significant difference in behavior. This study was very significant in getting us to understand what it means to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset basically means understanding that your abilities and your traits are not fixed, and that actually your effort really contributes to your results. So it's really this belief of, if I keep trying, if I put in effort, if I keep persisting, over time, I have the ability of getting better. And now let's think about, how can we apply this to dance? How many times have you heard somebody say, "I'm just not very good at this. I'm just not gifted. I don't have a natural talent. I feel like I've hit my limit." I'm going to be really honest with you. I used to have a very fixed mindset when I started my dance journey. So at the very beginning, every opportunity for failure felt like a huge threat. I was very scared of feeling like I wasn't good enough, so every opportunity I had of feeling like I wasn't, I avoided. So things like recording in class, I completely avoided. In fact, I was well known for hiding in the bathroom to make sure that I wasn't chosen. I never asked more experienced dancers to dance with me because I always felt like I wasn't good enough. I never chose hard classes because I always thought, oh God, what am I going to do there? I'm just not going to be able to do it. And if you notice, the problem with having a fixed mindset is not just what you're thinking, it's the impact it has on your behavior. So what that did for me is I actually stopped myself from progressing by thinking that I wasn't good enough. I didn't give myself the chance to learn. And the reason is that I didn't give myself the chance to fail. By being scared of failure, I limited my opportunities to fail and therefore to acquire new knowledge. One thing we all fundamentally agree on, and this is kind of wildly recognized by psychologists, is whenever you're learning a new skill, failure is a prerequisite to learning. So it's actually the mechanism that allows you to acquire new knowledge. So imagining that you can be good at something by always getting it right is flawed. It's just impossible. You're going to be limited in your development. What growth mindset is all about is believing I'm somebody who has the capacity to learn. And just because I am at this level today doesn't mean that I will be at this level tomorrow. I get the chance every single day to get better and better. Growth mindset doesn't mean pretending that things are easy. It means acknowledging that effort changes outcomes. And this is where the magic lives. This is what it's all about. So let's start talking about some specific ways you can really start to embed growth mindset into your day-to-day life, especially as it relates to dance. The first tool I'm going to give you is very basic, and you're going to be like, okay, Captain Obvious, yes, but it actually works. And so this tool is every time that you're thinking about something that you cannot do or a struggle that you're having on your dance journey, try and add the word yet. Okay, I can't do double spins yet. I don't feel confident to ask more experienced dancers to dance yet. What this does is it actually primes your brain for thinking about your ongoing progression. So what you're telling your brain is, yes, I'm here today, but I have the potential for more. The second tool that I think is really important is actually thinking about effort versus results. So if you think back to the study that we were looking at, the first group was really praised on their results and what those results meant. You did well, and therefore this means you're clever. The second group was praised on their effort. They were praised on the input. And so this is the important bit. So when you look at your dance journey, don't focus on your results. Don't focus on how many spins did I get in this class or how many dances did I think were good in this social. Think about the effort that you put in and what were your inputs. Okay, it wasn't my best class, but you know what? I was tired and I showed up anyway. Okay, I did the recording and I made mistakes, but I was scared and I did it anyway. Okay, I went to the social and maybe I didn't ask the person who I wanted to just because I was intimidated. I went to the social anyway. I asked other people to dance. So it's really trying to focus on those things which are directly within your control. Effort is 100% within your control. Validation isn't. Progress is not linear. Mistakes are necessary, and you are definitely not behind. You're just learning, step by step. If you're curious about how psychology can support your dance, there's another video waiting for you right here. I'll see you there.